Donald Trump just attacked China's drop in soybean purchases on his Truth Social, calling it an economically hostile act and threatening to sever cooking oil trade. Here's what's missing from his post. China hasn't bought a single US soybean.
I am here to help you to understand what he's actually talking about.
China hasn't bought a single US soybean this year.
China needs to make a deal with us. We don't have to make a deal with them. There's no difference between China and any other country except they are much larger. And China wants what we have, what every country wants, what we have, the American consumer.
What was once billions in trade is now zero. In 2024, US soy exports to China were around like 12 billion, 13 million, the backbone of many, many farm incomes. China shifted to Brazil and Argentina, cheaper, reliable producers, and it's gonna unlikely shift back. As for cooking oil, he says, Trump is probably speaking about the trade in used cooking oil.
How much cooking oil you sell to China? Do you put goddamn cooking oil from chips, most advanced chips cooking oil?
I am here to help you to understand what he's actually talking about. Let's break it down. First, China used to be the biggest buyer of US soybeans. Most of the soybeans are for cooking oils or for animals, cows and pigs and chickens, all that kind of stuff. This is not hostility. That's economics. This is capitalism, which American politicians love it until it doesn't work in their favor. When you tax and threaten your main customer, they move to another suppliers. That's how free trade works. Now, you probably already know, but Trump didn't mention the U.S. Treasury recently approved about $20 billion of financial package for Argentina. Political aid to, disguise as economic support. Basically, the U.S. want Milei to stay in place, and that's why they give him the money. Right after that, Argentina cut export tax on soybeans, and China immediately bought around 20 ships of Argentine soybeans, which carry about 65,000 tons. So U.S. taxpayers' money ended up helping Argentina undercut U.S. farmers. This logic is just mind-blowing. This is not foreign victory. This is self-inflicted damage. Now the cooking oil thing. The U.S. does not really buy cooking oil from China. It buys used cooking oil, waste oil, grease, connected from restaurants to make biodiesel, jet fuels, and those oils powers trucks and planes, not really kitchens. The reality is the trade war does not really hurt China's government. They hurt American farmers. They hurt the same working class who voted for him, and because they believe that he was fighting for them. And every time when working class hurt, it is always the government's fault. It's incompetence of the government. The social dynamic or the social antagonism is always between the ordinary working class people and the government. If the people hurt, it's government's fault. So you don't have to blame left and right or that kind of culture, or that kind of crap. It's government's incompetence. Anyway, I have more videos like this on Substack, link in bio, or visit grumpychinese.com. Thank you. Take care.
I'm no economist, but this choice seemed to be really odd. Like cooking oil, by the way, it's used cooking oil. Like for the whole year, U.S. probably import like less than $500 million used cooking oil from China. Okay. But what's that for? This used cooking oil is to transfer into fuel so that it can be used by truck, airplane, energy. basically it's energy, which means if China don't export, it can be just transferred into energy, and every country need endless energy. So not buying it just wouldn't mean anything. I don't know, odd choice.
Used cooking oil, the waste oil that can be turned into renewable diesel. Countries like the Netherlands, Singapore, Spain, and Malaysia have been processing hundreds of millions of dollars worth of Chinese used oil for years. US imports, on the other hand, only surged in 2023 because of federal subsidies for biofuels and a rush to build renewable diesel plants. And it's also sad the used cooking oil trade is tiny compared to soybeans. Last year, US importing 1.27 million metric tons was 1.1 billion US dollars. Meanwhile, China imported 22 million tons of US soybeans worth 12 billion US dollars last year. So clearly, this isn't about helping American farmers. It's just Trump trying to look tough for the sake of looking tough. Yeah, I'm Kelly Tang. Talk to you later.
I am still looking for that unfair treatment that was always talked about when this trade war started. Beginning of this year. Was it in April? Somewhere there. Like, I'm still looking for that unfair treatment that the US was claiming that they were getting from China that could be causing this trade war. I'm still looking for that. So if you know of one, kindly drop it in the comment section. Because when this trade war started, we heard that China was treating the US unfairly. They were taking advantage of them. They were. So guys, in your trade, right here, where has the unfair treatment has ever occurred? In which sector?